of technology. Say hi. Thank you.
Just hung up the phone and I could already tell that you come here home intoxicated. Ooh, so you better take your time with me, 'cause I remember last time you wouldn't.
So I was just walking back to my hotel and I came across a crazy futuristic car. Like it's, oh my god, it's just insane. It's like a mix of a Cybertruck and a van. Wait, let me just show you. Like, look at this. Like, oh my god, look at the length of it. Isn't this just crazy? And it looks like a train, but it's not. It looks like a bullet, but it's not. I don't know if you'll be able to see the inside. It's like completely covered, but man, it's just mind blowing. And like creations like this make it obvious why this country, China, is one of the greatest nations in the world when it comes to technology and innovation. Like, oh my god. There's another car that looks like a Porsche, but it's not a Porsche, but it's even longer than a Porsche, and even cooler than a Porsche. Like things like this happen every other minute, not even like every other minute. Anyways, let's go back to the room. Alright everyone, good morning. It's 6 a.m. here in Guangzhou and we're leaving for the airport. We're going to the city Yiwu. So, oops, sorry about that. So, my family business, which is based off in Africa, we do our exports, like 80% of our exports from Yiwu. And Yiwu is specialized in a small commodity market. It's like the world's biggest small commodity market. So it creates two countries in Africa, Asia, Middle East, and America, like everywhere basically. And the markets is like, it's just massive. Everything in China is just massive. So yeah, I'll be taking you guys along with me, and let's head to the airport. I'll get a DD, and yeah, let's go.
Listen, seeing you got ritualistic, cleansing my soul.
So on my way to sign some important documents. The office is in downtown. I'm just waiting for my taxi.
Between us, just like picket fences. You got issues that I won't mention for now, 'cause we're falling apart.
Wow, the downtown's just insane. So I'm right now in downtown Yiwu. I'm here to sign some important documents for some ventures that we are setting up here in China. And it's a surreal moment because it's a big step for our next couple of years. And it's gonna be a big step in my life because now I'll be working from China and having a stronger base out of China. So yeah, let's go sign some documents.
Your business is also very interesting, to be honest.
Then for that goods to reach, there's a capital hold on that. So yeah, I'm just reading it all and then we'll sign it up. Here where I sit here. You have stapler? Good morning. Alright, so today is the 12th of November and we are here in downtown Yiwu. We're currently looking for office spaces in Yiwu, as we're setting up a company, a venture here in China, and most of our exports are like 80-90% of our exports are from Yiwu. It makes sense to have an office down here, and plus it's really important because of the efficiency. You can really meet new suppliers, have conversations with them, have a nice workspace where you want to get sampling done. So having a work base near to your suppliers makes your work and your supply chain really efficient. So yeah, that's the plan. We are here at my agent's office, just having some nice cappuccino, and we'll be heading out. So we did have a look at an office space. It was good. The office space was quite spacious. I did like it, but the locality was something I wasn't vibing with. It was in a local Chinese market. The entry of the building was like from a back end street, and like here's the thing: when you're gonna have suppliers over, anybody over to your office, when they have to go through all those, you know, congestion and that hassle to just be there, it just leaves a very shady impression. And like, even if you or someone trying to look for a working space, setting up a company, looking for a space for your company, an office for your company, if you can, always try to look for a place that is appealing to you, and at least you feel that it's appealing to anybody who's going to visit. Because if my clients have to go through all that, it's going to be a very hard time them trusting me, because it leaves a very kind of bad impression. It's a very small thing, but it really creates an impact. And I'm not saying that you should always spend that extra bucks on trying to get an office in like on a posh location. But if you can find a good location which is accessible, which is easy to find, which at least it feels nice, then it's gonna help you way better in long term. And it's just like an investment, because um, when you're trying to strive for something big, like when you vision to reach certain goals, um, choices like this really affect on how that growth is going to be compounded. Yeah, for sure I can save 200-300 bucks on that workspace, because it's much cheaper obviously, but that impression is going to cost me way more in long term. So yeah, I am on the 25th floor. We're back at my agent's office. I told him to show me a couple other options, because that's something I do not want to go with. So he's just having a word with his network here, and once he has a few options, we can go have a look. And yeah, like is like how many of you guys think there's something about sitting on higher floors, or like just being up in the sky, like not in your head, but like in real life, like flying on an airplane, or like being on a tall building. Like it's just something else. It gives you perspective of how small human beings are, and like a lot of us, we walk with a baggage of ego and attitude around, like most of us do at a certain point of life. And if you do realize, some people do not realize, but if you do realize, that actually doesn't take you anywhere. It really comes down on how you treat people, how you are with others, you know that really makes a difference. Yeah, there's just so much more into it. Yeah, that's all I was thinking about, and waiting for my agent to come and let me know what we're gonna do next. And yeah, I'll be taking you guys along. So let's go. I just saw the second office. Yeah, it's really good. Like the area is really nice. The locality is really nice, but it has no windows, and it's a bit small. But yeah, going to another place. It started raining, so I better make it quick. Just finished looking at offices. Found really good ones in downtown, in a good locality. So yeah, that's a good thing. Um, I like few of them now. We'll negotiate on the price and see how everything works, and then we can go ahead with signing documentations and etc. etc. So yeah, it was a pretty long day. Uh, Now I head back to the hotel. Got some work to do. It's drizzling, so I better get home quickly. I've just called um, a Didi, but because of some traffic, it's stuck somewhere, so I'm just walking to it. Rather than just waiting, I might just find it in the traffic. All right. Officially welcome to our office here in China. Oh my god, since the last 7 to 10 days, I've just been so caught up in the documentation process that's required to establish a company here in China. There's just so many things that, need to be in the place, and you need the right documents, and yeah, just everything about it. So I really barely got any time to shoot any content. I did carry my camera pretty much everywhere, but try to take in, few shots where I could. But I was really focused on to getting information about what's the procedures and how it's all gonna work, and what goes into all of this, because when if I would have tried to get some shots, I might have missed out on important information, and plus it also doesn't look nice, trying to shoot while you're in an important conversation. So keeping that in mind, I barely spoke about this, but yeah, let's start. So most of you would be thinking, what are you doing there? Why a company in China? So just to give you a little backstory, my father has been sourcing from this country since a very long time. We own retail stores back in Africa, where 90% of our products come from the city itself, which is the home to the world's largest wholesale market, which is Fujian market. So yeah, he's been coming every year since the last, I guess, 10-12 years, and he comes, I guess, 3 to 4 months, sources the products, and then goes back, and just all that process. But as our business is growing, we thought having a base here itself is will impact how our business grows from now on, because having your local having a local base in that city where you source from creates a greater impact on how the quality assurance is done, new products, finding new products, negotiating with suppliers, creating new connections, and just the whole gist of it. So yeah, that's one reason. And secondly, which is the greater more reason, that me and my brother have been wanting to work, or we are working um, on something that's related to the sourcing industry. um, and that could only be possible if we had a base here in China, which is a company here in China. Yes, it does make sense. You could travel in and out, but that's not efficient. So we did make the call that I'd shift here, relocate here, find an office, establish a company, and all of this process, all of that upcoming work will be continued therefore. So yeah, there are much more greater things to it as well, but that's exactly how much I can tell right now, because as we progress onto the journey, I'll document this entire process, and will be letting you guys know what's next. Yeah, as per now, this is the scenario we got in our office. The rest of the documentation process is still underway. The licensing, registration, tax department, etc. There's just so many places where you have to uh, you know apply. So yeah, that's everything else is going in place. Right now I have to go to the immigration's office, which is a sudden plan. It was supposed to be yesterday, but I just got a message from my agent that we have to present ourselves before 3, and it's right now 2:16, so we better leave quickly. today is the 21st of November, and it's currently 11:40. We are here at the warehouse to just see the process of how we receive goods and how they are made ready to be able to be shipped. So this is like a warehouse where all the buyers' goods arrive at the same spot and they get sorted into divisions around the warehouse. And as you can see, this is somebody else's inventory. Behind that is where our stock is being arranged. So yeah, as you can see, we also have those containers up here, but none of them are ours. They're somebody else's. They'll probably start loading them as soon as the goods, as you can see, that one has already been completely loaded up. And yeah, I'll be taking you throughout the day. As you can see, there are local laborers helping. Let's go and let's have a look at what's going on in the back. So a very important step while receiving goods is quality check. So once the goods arrive, a random box is opened for that specific item, and the quality, the packaging, the details all get verified according to the packaging and the order list, just to make sure that everything is up to the mark. This is a very significant step. For example, every box has a packaging list that inside a single box there are how many pieces of goods. So this is a plate, there are like 48 or 36 pieces of plate inside that one box, and that's similar to every single box you see around here. So those details, it's if the item of the SKU is exactly what we order or that is placed in the order sheet, everything is made sure. And this is where a lot of people lose money out of, because whoever they work with, their agents, are just too lazy to make sure that those that quality checks do not get done at the right scale. Maybe out of 7 items they receive, maybe 2 or 3 are just opened and the rest of them is just shipped, and then the buyer faces all those losses once they receive those goods. So no matter who you work with, always make sure that the quality checks and the standards get done before they even are loaded into the container, because it's gonna save you a lot of time, a lot of efforts, and a lot of money. And yeah, so once they make those checks, they are wrapped back, they zip it up, or they just tape it up, and they are ready to get shipped. So we just got done receiving all the goods, and now we're heading back. We'll probably go to the market or the hotel. Yeah, let's continue with the rest of the day.